Hello, 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 and it's Debron L, the source, otherwise known as Mickey Manting. Glad to see you here for the second set of our vintage Follies tonight. And we have a wonderful group. It's an Academy ensemble performing in a style inspired by Liz Allen. So, with no further ado, unless somebody from there was going to come up and say something, we'll start.
We need a suggestion.
Okay. Michelle, you want to get the suggestion?
Yes. Could we please have a geographical location in chat?
Zealand?
The first one that came up is New Zealand, so let's just go with that for our.
Okay.
Everyone want to join me?
Well, Armageddon had finally hit, and luckily we got the last ship out headed for New Zealand.
It was a
It's
special
good time to go to New Zealand, unless you wanted to get married. Recently, wedding ceremonies have all been postponed there.
But John
If
and
it's
Marie had a plan. They were going to go to New Zealand and stay as long as they possibly could on their tourist visa so that they could explore the unique geological formations that made up New Zealand.
Oh my God, John! Look at that marvelous waterfall! And John tripped.
Who would have thought that exploring geological formations could be so very dangerous?
Mary screamed. She couldn't believe it. She was expecting a really long, happy trip to New Zealand away from Armageddon.
And if Armageddon was on Tuesday, she was thinking if she's there on Wednesday, it would actually be Thursday. She actually gets 24 more hours.
They say that no man is an island, but John and Laura proved when you're in New Zealand, which sometimes you are an island.
I'm just saying you should get out more. Like, you need other people. You can't just be solitaire all the time.
Well, we're compatible. Solitaire and I are compatible, and I thought we were a threesome.
I like playing with solitaire as much as the next person, but I have friends. And I don't know.
Wait. You're my friend. You're my best friend.
Yeah, okay. Sisters are always best friends. Like, I get that. But really, you can't just stay home all the time. You shouldn't spend so much solitary time. with your pet frog.
Giorgio likes playing solitaire too, and honestly, I'm very hurt. I'm really hurt.
My first job was in Western Massachusetts. And I moved in, and at night there was this strange squeaking sound, this really high pitched squeaking sound. And I thought, some mechanical thing has gone wrong or something. So one night, in the middle of the night, I got up, I got dressed, and I went outside and I searched and searched and searched. And the closer the sound was, the closer I got to a pond. And I realized that that squeaky sound was thousands of tiny little peeper frogs. And after that, I enjoyed the sound.
He's gonna have babies, you know.
It's going to make solitaire so much more difficult.
We're gonna be a family, sis. A big family. You always say I should have more family around, so Giorgio is gonna have a family for us to share.
What I say is that you should have some friends, and if you're keeping your friendships limited to frog babies, I think the message isn't getting through right.
You're gonna make such a good aunt, sis. You're gonna make such a good aunt.
Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate that.
Can you see?
Not real well. No, a lot of mites, tights. One of them is and the other is
The C on the ceiling and the G on the ground.
Oh, that makes sense. Thanks.
Yeah, it's so damp and cold in here.
Yeah, it really is.
I think we must have walked at least a quarter mile. At least that's what my pedometer says.
All right, well, then this seems like a good a place as any.
For
Suzanne, I really
spit
like
it out,
what you,
spit it out.
yeah, I really like what you do at work. It's what I want to do at work.
You want my job, John?
Yes.
Oh, John.
I just didn't want to be affected by everybody. You know, everybody wants things from you, and we're always busy. It's hard to get a minute in the office. So I thought,
But you want my job.
yes. Yeah, I don't want to procure paper anymore. Buying copy paper, it's just. I want to be involved with the blueprints of buildings. I want to be where the action is. I want to be like making decisions and drinking coffee, not just getting coffee and.
Okay,
Well-
I just gotta say it. I used to teach. I was substitute teaching in a junior high school back in the 70s, and I think I was addicted to ditto machines because I'd make hundreds of copies and I'd be high, and I didn't even realize that that stuff was toxic and you really were getting high. But it's true, and it was blue, right? It made blueprints.
I want to be part of what's coming, what the new technology.
You can do all that, but you don't have to have my job to do it.
Come on, what are you talking about, Suzanne?
I am talking about I need a job myself. I need to make those blueprints.
Well, I didn't think that through, but
Yeah. And, that's a pretty aggressive move on your part.
Well, I mean, after Watergate, I mean, what are we just going to sit around and let things happen to us?
Oh, listen, if you need a promotion, that can happen, but you have to learn the finer points of what's in our history. Ah, yeah,
The finer points?
yeah, bats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have a
They don't
history.
seem to.
We have archival materials. We have all sorts of blueprints.
Wow. Thanks. I was gonna. My original plan was. Anyway,
Your original plan was to bump me off in this cave.
kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Uh-huh.
Can I? Is there any way to walk that back?
Um, you can walk back.
Well, I was gonna
Go
walk
ahead.
back by myself, but
No, walk backwards. Right. Bye.
hi, Suzanne, 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 Suzanne.
I'm sorry, I cannot read this.
Can I help you with that?
It's illegible. Bill, you gave me this, you gave me something illegible and told me to take it home and read it.
Well, if you clap your hands together, you'll have two copies. That'll be twice as easy.
It would have helped if you hadn't printed it in purple to begin with.
Yeah.
And this paper, what kind of crap paper did you print it on? Bill, I was counting on you.
Oh, Dad, you're always finding my weak points.
I wish they were harder to find, Bill.
Well, you're good at it. I got to give you that.
I don't see how we're going to get this bed put together without legible instructions. You were supposed to download them and print them. And what's the use of having a kid who can't use the computer and the printer?
I thought I would bring joy and light into your life, you and Mom.
Great idea. Go for it.
Well, now I don't remember how anymore. I'm so upset about the mimeograph copy.
So my mom is 95 and she uses a computer. She uses the internet. She sends emails, and I live 15 minutes away from her. She frequently needs assistance. She considers me a computer whiz. And she can frequently, she's actually told me I should teach classes at the local center, community center, because I know how to solve so many of her problems. Frequently, I cannot solve her problems. Some are quite easy, but because relative to my 95-year-old mom, I know things. She thinks I'm a whiz. When I can't, which is frequent, I will like walk away like thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I have no idea how to do this simple thing. And she's so forgiving. And she refuses to believe that I'm not a whiz, even though like this extremely simple thing, I don't know how to do. And it's amazing because I think she's going to make a plaque for me, whiz, despite my lack of basic knowledge on certain things.
Bill, look, here's the thing. I'm embarrassed. I'm your dad. I should be able to put together a bed. And, you know, you caught me out. You see now, I can't do it without the instructions. I was hoping to hide that from you.
Oh, Dad, you're just a kidder. I know you know how to do this. Come on, show me how.
Oh,
I think the pillow goes on that end.
there's a screwdriver involved, I believe. Isn't there a screwdriver involved? I'm pretty sure there's a screwdriver involved somehow.
Huh.
Wait, let me. Two kinds. Bill, there's two kinds of screwdrivers. One's got like a crisscross,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one's got just a line.
Yeah, that's the import.
I don't. Got any guesses about whether we use the crisscross or the line?
I think if you use the line, that could work either way. The crisscross won't work with a line, but a line will work with a crisscross. But you
Great.
know that, Dad. You taught me that in first grade.
Sure. Listen, you're old enough now, I should tell you. I read that off of the Toolbox for Idiots book that I got out of the library. I don't know how to do any of this stuff without instructions. Bill, and I guess it's about time you knew that. No, I'm your dad.
Wow.
So I got this book, and it's called Friendship for Dummies. And I thought anyone who needed friends could read this book and figure out how to make a friend. You think?
Yeah, I don't think you need to read books to make friends. I love you the way you are. I mean,
Oh, Joey, you have to love me. You're my steady day.
well, I don't have to, but I do. And I appreciate that you keep bringing the self-help book with you on dates with me, but quite frankly, I don't think that you need them, really.
Well, the waiter kept bringing me new silverware when I was eating with my hands. So I thought I probably needed a book on table manners.
Table manners. I understand. Here's an interesting one. I think it's Amy, what's her name? Vanderbilt, whatever it is. If, let's say, for example, we're sitting in a movie theater, okay? And there's someone who's walking by. Should they turn to us or should they turn away from us?
Wait, are we in the movie theater and they're like walking right in front of us, blocking
Yeah.
our view of the movie?
Right, we're in the movie. We're sitting, not in the movie. We're sitting in the movie house. By the way, what are you doing Friday night?
Oh, I was hoping I'd go out with you.
Well, I was hoping I'd go out with you too.
So I've never been smooth ever when it comes to any sort of date relationshipy type things, but this moment reminds me of a particularly painful transaction wherein I didn't accidentally, in the course of conversation, ask somebody on a date. I used to take the bus, the city bus, to get to school because we lived a number of miles away from the school, and I used to hop on a bus and take the bus. And if I got off at the stop that I was supposed to get off at, my house was right near the bus stop. But I noticed when I was taking the bus home, not in the morning, not to school, but home from school, there was a girl that got on the bus that I just really thought was great. So, and I couldn't get the guts up to talk to her or like literally say anything. But I would ride the bus to the stop that she got off, not in a stalky like kind of a way, just so that I had like another minute or two with her in the bus, and then I would just walk home. And I did that for a really long time, like to a kid, a really long time. It probably wasn't really that long, but I never got the nerve up to ask her out on a date or anything. But what was really amazing was somebody that knew her got on the bus with her at the stop that I got on at school, and I found out that her name was Lisa, and that was a huge deal after like a couple of months of just riding on the bus for another few minutes to find out that her name was Lisa. So yeah, not that smooth.
So, Joey, when we're at the movies, I wouldn't want somebody to come do this and block us from the screen because
Well,
they don't
yeah.
know my name. So that would be just weird.
No, but in the books you're reading there, it gives you certain etiquette. So what is the proper etiquette? Do you face the person as you're walking by, on that aisle, or do you turn around and look at them?
Let me look that up. I don't know. We might have to postpone this date till I can find out.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, actually. Come to think of, come to think of it.
My wife is very concerned about etiquette at the movies. And foremost among her concerns are that when we have a cup of soda in the little hole for the cup of soda place, I like to lean down and take a sip from the straw. My wife thinks this is a bad thing. And truth be told, she thinks this is the worst thing that I ever do. She thinks this is my worst flaw. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
So on your first date, he like just bent down and sucked out of the straw?
He did. And
Ooh, not
I have
good.
a book on etiquette, and it pretty much says you shouldn't do that at the table. But now at the movies, like the etiquette might be really different.
Oh, no. I'm really surprised you didn't catch that in his profile. Wasn't it in his profile?
No, I should have checked. Because suppose we're alone in a car together and there's a cup holder thing
Oh,
like in
please.
the car.
I can just imagine. I can hear it now. You got to be more careful. Really, Louise, you got to be more careful. All right?
That visual was something. It made me realize he'd be taking his eyes off the road.
Yeah.
I wish we could.
I wish I could read lips.
Yeah, I wasn't speaking very loud. Sometimes I'm really so quiet, and then people misunderstand what I say. I apologize to both of you.
No, I have the
Um,
same problem. Same problem here.
yeah. Well, Lorna, we have so much in common. The three of us. We really do.
We're the low talkers.
Yes, very quiet. Quiet
We,
people.
what a great high school clique we are, huh?
Yeah. I
That's
know.
why we worked in the library.
Yeah. And no one will ever discover us.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I might have made a mistake. I kind of, you know what? I want your opinion on
Okay.
this. Um,
Is it about a girl, Johnny?
yeah, yeah.
That's
I,
go ahead.
We're listening.
yeah, you are. So, I may have inadvertently asked another girl to the prom, and I know that I asked both of you, but I figured, when when Joanne said no, it was probably okay for me to ask the other one, and um, but we're friends, right? We're all friends, right? We're friends first.
And then second, what we
Well, we're close friends. We're very close friends.
Yes.
I don't know. Uh,
Hmm.
This is kind of rubbing me the wrong way, but I don't want to really say anything negative or loud because I'm a kind
Yeah.
of quiet person. But it's getting under my skin, Johnny.
I'm feeling a slight allergic reaction to what you're saying, Johnny.
I got some ointments for that.
Lisa, I want to talk to Lisa. The bus stop girl.
Yeah.
Listen, Lisa, just a tip, a tip. That guy, Rick, likes you. He likes you. I know you
Oh,
can't tell, but I'm telling you.
wow. Thanks for the heads up, Don. It's just I don't. I think there's a potential that I don't feel the same way, and I don't want to hurt his feelings on purpose. I mean,
Hang on, let me tell you this. He stays on the bus an extra stop just to be on the bus with you.
that's
I mean,
um,
it's
that's not nothing. I mean, that's not nothing. It's just I'm very attractive now. I mean, he may turn out to be attractive at some point. I feel strongly that he will, but right now he's kind of a mess.
telling you, you're missing a great opportunity. I hope someday you find a guy who stays on the bus just for you. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. That's more than looks. I mean, that speaks to a heart of gold, really. But I don't know. I might
I'm
not
only
have it together
12.
though.
I don't know. I don't really know, but you're only 11, so take it from me. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to help you out.
When I was in
Thank
the fourth grade, um, I moved to a new school, and we took a bus to the Old Bell School. And there was the very first day we didn't know how to get home, and my mom told us that we needed to, ask the bus driver, but he was too busy, wouldn't let us come up front. So this kid told us to get off at the very last bus stop, and we ended up having to walk about a mile and a half back to our house once we realized that that wasn't where we belonged. So fast forward to one of the first snows of the year, because we lived in Michigan, and this guy, in his 10-year-old self, 11-year-old self, however old he was, I guess he was 10, started saying smart things about me, and he pissed me off. And he basically said, I intentionally told you all when you were new and didn't know what you were doing to get off on the wrong, to have to walk a mile and a half. So I just said, I am going to beat you up. And he lived about a block from me. I went to his house. There was maybe an inch or two of snow on the ground at that time. I knocked on the door. His mother answered. And I said, I think his name was Kevin. I'd like to speak to Kevin, please. He's expecting me. So Kevin came out and I said, are you ready? And he goes, yeah. I go, I'm going to rub your face in the snow. And I tripped him and I rubbed his face in the snow.
calling Dave. All right, this is lesson 4. This is jabs. Okay, so whenever you're ready, I got my guard up. You can throw a jab. Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm totally ready.
You ready?
All right. So when you oh,
Yep.
hold on. Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I thought you were ready.
I thought I had my guard up. Wow, you're always finding my weak points. But that's okay. It's all right. I'm ready.
I've been practicing.
That's great. Okay. All right, so I'm going full defense here. So right. So what
All right.
you want to know is when you go ahead and throw the punch. When you have your defense
Yeah.
fully
How
up.
much time do we have left?
Oh, just go ahead and.
Sorry.
Wow. No. No. That's good. You're.
Am I getting it?
Yeah, you're totally getting this. Right. So what I was saying, when you have your block up and somebody goes to hit you, go ahead and throw your punch whenever. Right.
Okay.
When you have your guard up, you can't be hit like this.
Oh, really? Wow. You okay? You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. I just want to try something. I'm gonna go outside. Go ahead and throw
Okay.
a punch because you're really good. I want to test something out.
You're
Go
gonna
ahead.
be outside and
Yeah, just go ahead and throw it.
throw it from inside. Okay. Okay.
Go ahead. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
okay. All right,
Wow.
you're a little advanced for this class. Um,
I read a book. I should have told you this. I checked out a book on jabs from the library, and I've been studying it.
I've been reading Friendship for Dummies. No wonder. Oh, God. The best
these-
place to defend yourself is when you're on the mat
And
because you can play dead, and if the other guy throws a punch, yeah, I'm down here. That's me. Just look.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's like the most disgusting thing. Where'd you go? I mean, please.
You're exaggerating it. All right. You're not.
Like
It was-
bent down like this. Just like stick his head over.
was pretty gross. Was really
hey,
gross.
he's not breathing. I think you should really call somebody.
You don't know CPR?
Now we'll just get in trouble. Nah.
Calling Carolyn. Or Dawn. So I wanted to talk to you because I'm looking for a mentor.
For what?
Well, I really admire your career track that you've taken.
Oh.
And I would like to have the kind of position that you have. And I'd like to know how you got there.
Wait a minute. You want my job?
Well, not in so many words. I don't want your job. No, I want the kind of job that you have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, training.
Excuse me, Ms. Carolyn and Michelle. I brought you coffee. I'll be in the boardroom waiting for my 6-month evaluation.
Okay. Well, I would be glad to take you in as my mentee.
That would be great. I mean,
Show you the ropes.
yeah.
You learn all the computer language you need to learn. Okay. And you could have a career, I think, probably coaching people who don't quite get it when they operate their computers. I think you would be very good at that. Not exactly what I do, but you would be really good at that.
It means so much to me to hear that from you.
Yeah. I think they'll just fall over. Yeah, I mean, just totally fall out.
Tag out Michelle. So, Suzanne, you've been my patient for 20, 30 years. I've lost track.
A long time.
Yeah. I hate to tell you this, but your bat cave days are over.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you got guanitis and
Oh,
well, bat lung disease is colloquially known, and
oh no.
yeah. And I know no one's going to be able to take your job, but you know,
Well, that's where I bring all my trainees to, like, get their
I know,
muster up.
I know, but you know what? Everything's going virtual these days. You just need computer skills. You set up the webcam in the cave and you do it all from home.
Oh, that is modern age bull. You got to really be there. There's no in vivo.
I know, Suzanne, this is a common thing. Let's face it, you are just afraid of the light. This happens after spending 20 years in the bat cave, but we'll introduce you gradually, with daylight LED bulbs, and you can do it. It'll be,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
want to come out of here. This is how I train people.
Telling Rick, I too was abandoned in the cave by Carolyn. I came here as her mentee. I made the same mistake you did, telling her that I aspired to her position. She made me walk backwards. And I've been here for months.
I have this remedy in case you get guanitis. Just take it for now, because you never know. I heard a rumor Suzanne might have gotten guanitis. Okay, so if you're strong when she comes here and she might be weak, her job might be up for grabs.
Are you going to stay here in the cave with me until then?
I mean, I don't have to leave right this minute, but I wasn't. I don't get how friendship really works. Is it about spending time with them, or is it about having, like, intense moments with them? I've never been able to really figure that out, so
I have a book.
Calling Caroline. You know, I've got a friend named Giorgio. And he's a frog. He's an amphibian. He's not a mammal. And I think that you might really get along well with amphibians.
Oh yeah, there are plenty of amphibians in the cave. Absolutely.
So they're like a dime a dozen out in the pond. And so you could migrate out to the pond. Look, this is Giorgio.
I see him. He's lovely.
That's Claudio.
Oh,
Yes.
they're multiplying.
Yes, there's 1,000 of them. There are 1,000 of them.
Oh my God, look at them all.
You're like family.
Oh, it's good. I've been looking up too much in the cave. This will get me down.
It's family. We are all one. We are family.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
And I don't even get disgusted when they take their long tongues and stick them over things and
oh. Do they ever?
exactly. It's awesome. It's so lovely. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, look at them. Oh, I can't tell you how thrilled I am.
My sister told me I'd never make any friends, and I knew when I saw you that we had
no.
so much.
We'll be best friends.
Best friends forever, BFF.
You don't want my job, do you?
No, thank you. We could give it. We could give it to what's her name? Janice. Janice.
Calling Don. Hey, Joey. Hey, I'm Frank. I'm steady date Frank from this is my
Steady
corner. This corner
date
here.
Frank,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, so you could be casual date Joey or unreliable Joey. Got a couple of other things. You could be catching the match Joey.
How
That's a
about
nice one if you go
really
to a tennis game.
dependable in every situation, Joey?
You could be, yeah, you could be, yeah, but you can't be
But
steady
I'm not.
date Joey. Yeah, I
But
already got that.
I'm,
I got a
uh-huh.
patent
Who,
down at City
who
Hall.
are you
So,
steady dating with this week?
oh, me?
Yeah.
I am the steady date for many a person who needs such services.
Ah.
Yeah.
I've often wondered what it would be like to be like with, many partners at the same time and satisfying all of them and all of their needs. I don't mean in that way. I mean like satisfying all of their needs.
Right. It's like being on the subway, except without as much of this.
Oh. There's a lot to learn, a lot to be learned here. Only I would have to stay on your block to learn it.
Right. See, that's the thing. Uh, Currently, I'm not teaching lessons because of a recent punching event that left me
Oh.
bleeding out on a mat. So,
Ouch. That's a
yeah.
shame.
What I learned from the whole thing is don't teach boxing unless you know boxing. So,
Oh, it's funny. I know a couple of boxing moves. Yeah.
really? All
Oh,
right.
oh,
I'm
sorry.
looking for temporary Joey. Temporary Joey is the one I want. No temporary? That's okay.
Calling Michelle. Listen, I wanted to really thank you for that book you gave me on friendship, the one you found for me for 17.6 FR.
Yes, yes.
I want, it's great reading, but it's kind of a little hard to learn, because quiet people like us, I'm wondering if you'd like maybe to practice some of the things in the book, the about the friendship book.
I have read that book before, and there, yes, as you know, there are some some workshop pages that you do need to practice,
Yeah.
and we could go over those workshop pages together if you like.
Tag Josh. Tag Josh.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about friendship.
I'm happy to do so.
I have less friends than I'd hoped that I would. I'm recording this conversation, by the way. I hope that's okay to give up.
Yes, it's fine. It's very quiet in here, so you won't have much ambient noise.
I am not a person that likes ambient noise. Ambient noise is the kind of ambience that I don't like.
And I don't know why you don't have many friends.
Well, I'm not a crook. I am not a crook. Also,
No.
this.
Yes, no, I'm sure you're not a crook.
David? I'm like kind of weird, and my sister said I can't have friends. But you look special.
Why would your sister say that?
She says
You'd make a great friend.
She says that because I'm attracted to frogs that have long tails that slurp things up out of the pond. And she thinks that's the strangest thing.
Oh, well, has she heard about bending over to suck on the straw in the movie theater?
Sucking on the straw. Oh my gosh, no, that's like way out there. That's so cool.
Yeah, she'll think you're mainstream.
Whoa, yes, let's do it.
All right.
This is so much fun.
You know something? If this is the worst thing you do, you're okay.
You're okay too.
Where'd that tricky dick guy go?
I am a foreign screwdriver. An import, if you will. I was once difficult to find, but now I am in frequent usage. And I make your house safer.
I'm a bust of Beethoven on your shelf.
I'm a rusted screw. If you try and take me out, my head will come right off. And that's the origin of the expression, I'm screwed.
I am a flexible straw in a movie theater. I bend, but I don't break.
I am a book that is so dumb that even dummies don't want to read it.
I'm a sign on a German highway, a little byway actually, that translated says baby turtle crossing. That's active every year during the time when thousands and thousands of baby turtles cross over the road.
I am the sign outside of a cave saying, not safe to enter.
I am an IKEA bookcase. I take straight screwdrivers, cross screwdrivers, Slurpee cups, anything, books, they all can be on my shelves.
Thanks.
See.
That is our show.
That's our show, and Josh has something to say.
Well, you have been listening to the Vintage Improv Festival Academy for Advanced Performance Liz Allen Ensemble, also known as Viva Play.
Viva play.
Viva play.
I'm Nikki, outside Boston.
Carolyn, North Carolina.
Jack in
Dave in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Josh in Chicago.
I'm waving. I'm Rick.
Michelle outside Boston.
And I think Don said it, but nobody heard him.
Was he speaking?
Don
Tell us
Slogan.
again, Don.
Don
You're
Slogan. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching and being with us tonight. We really appreciate it. The Follies will be back next week with amazing shows. I love you guys.
Thanks, Judy.